All right, welcome back everybody to another microeconomics lecture video. And today we're going to be finishing up chapter 8. And specifically, we're just going to talk about the shutdown point. So this is going to be, I think, 8.4 or something like that. And this is the shutdown point. There is another section of the text that talks about the long run average cost curve. It's really not too complicated, so I encourage you guys to read through and kind of look through that on your own. I'll also find another kind of video explaining that, but just for the sake of time, we're going to do the shutdown point and then jump into chapter 9 material. Now, like I said before, and I will go ahead and post this as an announcement as well, but I am going to calculate your grade two different ways. So final grades will be calculated, just the traditional way that says in the syllabus, right? 30% for the midterm, 30% for the final, 20% for attendance, 20% for the assignments. But then I'm also going to calculate your grade as I'm going to double weight your final. And then I'm going to essentially, when I double weight your final, what does that mean? That means I'm going to exclude your midterm grade. And between the both of these, right, I'm going to take the best score. So is that clear to everyone? So this is not going to harm your grade at all. This can only help your grade, right? So if you got an 80 on the midterm, but then you get an 85 on the final, I'm going to replace that 80 on the midterm with the 85 from the final. Does that make sense? But if you get an 80 on the midterm and then a 70 on the final, you still have the 80 on the midterm, right? That's going to give you the best score, okay? The other thing that I'm going to do is some of you lovely students have given me some feedback and talked to other professors or something like that, right? So I heard that these get out of jail free cards are very difficult to get. It's very competitive, right? But people still want them. So one of the things that I did in the past, which I will continue to do, I will reinstitute it right now, and so you have 3 weeks to do this. But I'm going to give everyone one free get out of jail free. But if you have to do something though, hold on. One free get out of jail free card. And so part of the method to my madness is here is small tangent. When I was an undergrad, I barely talked to my professors. I was scared of them. Even when I got a wrong score on something like that, I just ate it, right? So I ended up getting a C in engineering economy class that I really didn't deserve a C, but he never got my homework or something like that. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh, just come talk to me in office hours. And I never did because I was so afraid of him, right? That is common through the undergraduate experience. There's a lot of people that have never had a non-scholastic talk with their professors or instructors, right? They've never had a talk that's not about scores or, making up work or late work or whatever the case may be, right? So I'm going to extend this invitation to each and every one of you. Even if you've gotten a get out of jail free card before, you can get an extra one if you play me, if we play a game. It can be any game. This could be checkers. It could be war, right, with a deck of cards. It could be the little game where you make the boxes and the circles, right, whatever the heck that game's called. It could be any game. We could play pool in the student center. We could play ping pong, although you're going to have a hard time beating me at ping pong because I'm very good. But any game, and essentially we'll just keep playing till you win, right? You might win on the first one, which would be great, But what I found is that in the times past when I've done this, there's been way more of students coming and talking to me about stuff that is scholastic related after we've kind of broken the ice, if that makes sense, right? So I want to extend this invitation to everybody. I'm a big game player person, right? I'm the faculty coordinator for the esports team. I play a lot of board games, Dungeons and Dragons, twice a week, right? So I'm a big game person. So this is a way to kind of, find some common ground. But it literally could be any game. We could play basketball. You could whoop me playing basketball on one-on-one, right? If you see me in the gym, that could definitely be one of those things as well. You can see how terrible my layup is after 15 years of never playing. So any questions on just kind of this upkeep maintenance stuff? Cool. So hopefully this should make people a little bit more comfortable. And I don't even know if I'm going to upload this to YouTube because this was not actually any material. But let's stop it right now.